We're finishing off our discussion of the free peoples of Middle-earth, dwarves, with the chapter on MORIA, the magical mithril mining kingdom. And we'll be also starting to scratch the surface on the ISTARI, the elvish term denoting an order of brotherhood of wizards. In just a few minutes on Video Gamers Oasis presents The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings, Visual Companion, my reading and commentary. Stay tuned. Video Gamers Oasis on YouTube presents Podcast Mini-Series, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Visual Companion, my reading and commentary. Hello again. Welcome back to The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Visual Companion, my commentary as well as reading. And I am Jeremy. We're doing a mini podcast where we're reading the entire book of The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Visual Companion. We've already got a good start on the dwarves previously. If you've been watching my videos, besides the trivia that we did on humans and elves, we got a good start on dwarves and the heroic Gimli. Now we're finishing up the chapter on dwarves with MORIA from the Free Peoples of Middle-earth on pages 52 and 53. And we'll be just scratching the surface on the next chapter on the Free Peoples of Middle-earth. Not quite free, but they lean more to the good side of the stage. We're going to learn about the ISTARI, Gandalf, and Saruman, other wizards. They were mystical beings from the higher dimensions, from heaven. I could call them call them angels sent from heaven in this mythology. Now we're just getting started on that one on pages 54 and 55. So we're not going to read all the ISTARI, but we're just going to have a brief introduction to them. So we're going to get started with our reading of the book. Make sure, if you haven't already, please send some likes and loves if you like this kind of content. Video Gamers Oasis is primarily a video gaming and history YouTube channel, but I also enjoy fantasy and science fiction lore. So please, if you like more of this content, please subscribe, click the notification bell for more conversations, more discussions on these wonderful mythologies and legends that we grew up with as kids. And yeah, I do appreciate it because it helps the algorithm if you want to see more content like this. There's a lot of people just like me out there, even more like me, even more knowledgeable than I am, who like Tolkien lore and want to see a more faithful and genuine rendering of his literature. So let's put on my reading glasses to help me focus better, and my brass-rimmed magnifying glass. We're going to start MORIA on page 22 under Dwarves, under the Free Peoples of Middle-earth, the final chapter of Dwarves. Page 52. And there's a quotation. It reads, "Their own masters cannot find them if their secret is forgotten." First paragraph. In order to enter the underground dwarven kingdom of MORIA from the old elven road from Holland, it is necessary to locate and open one of the invisible gates in the rock. In older times, such doors stood open and were guarded by a door warden. But in the Third Age, such days of trust have long passed. If one who knows the secret passes his hand over the rock, pale silver patterns will be revealed, patterns that will glimmer in the light of the moon. Such sigils as the emblems of Durin, Lord of MORIA, brackets a hammer and anvil, semicolon, a crown and 7 stars, comma, 2 trees surmounted by crescent moons, comma, and a single star, brackets, the star of the house of Fëanor. There's a little bit of a accent E, brackets, will all shine out. And here's a close-up of the mystical door that is at the mountain outside the dwarven kingdom of MORIA, the guard door. Very beautiful, very ornate, very mystical, as you can see, and it's supposed to glow silver in the moonlight. Moving on to page 53. Here's another photograph illustration of a scene from the movie with the remains of some fallen dwarven warriors and a statue in the background inside MORIA. Now we're going to learn more about this. This is a few seconds. Next paragraph on page 53. These symbols have been made of Ithildin. I'm going to spell that. Ithildin. Ithildin. Brackets Elvish for star moon. Brackets. A substance that mirrors only moonlight and star light and will disclose itself solely to someone who can speak the ancient languages of Middle Earth. Next paragraph to the right, next column. The inscription on the door is written in an old form of Elvish and reads, "The doors of Durin, Lord of MORIA, speak, friend, and enter." And finally, there's a paragraph box on the bottom of the page in gold outline with a white box in the center. And the title reads, Mithril Silver. Quotation. The wealth of MORIA was not in gold or jewels, but mithril. It reads, only in the deepest mines of MORIA, in the roots of the mountains, was this precious substance found. Other names for it are MORIA-silver and true-silver. Its Elvish name is mithril. It was prized more highly than gold, and from it the dwarves made a metal that was remarkably hard, yet wondrously light. Frodo has inherited a mail shirt of mithril silver from Bilbo, which had been a gift from the dwarf king Thorin. So there we have a brief synopsis. Obviously, it's not totally in depth, but it's a brief synopsis on the kingdom of MORIA, the magical door that guards the entrance of this kingdom, and the magical and mystical metal that they mine that is more precious than gold and silver, and is very powerful, very strong metal that can be used in making chainmail to protect from blades. And of course, Frodo has a chainmail shirt made of mithril as a gift from the dwarf king Thorin. So there we have the that's everything we learned about dwarves and in the kingdom of MORIA. We're gonna have a little quiz on that much later, many episodes from now, not yet. But make sure to write some notes about MORIA. They are a fascinating kingdom and very mystical. Finally, we're going to learn about the next subheading, the next chapter, next race of creatures on page 54 and 55. And we're just scratching the surface. We're going to learn about the ISTARI. Here we have two wizards. We're going to learn more about them later on. They're of ISTARI origin, and they're walking in the woods having a nice conversation with one another. And here is the little paragraph that we're going to read, and then we'll call it quits for today. The ISTARI. First paragraph reads, the word, quote-unquote, ISTARI is an Elvish term denoting an order or brotherhood of wizards. Next paragraph. Such wizards are Maiar, M-A-I-A-R, Maiar, dash, spirits older than Middle Earth itself, dash, who have been sent by the Valar, the oldest and greatest beings of all, dash out of the undying lands into the mortal world to guide the free peoples of Middle-earth in their fight against the growing evil of the Dark Lord, Sauron. They have come secretly, limited to the forms of men and to these powers found only within Middle-earth. They may be known by their tall hats, long robes, and by these strange staffs they carry. Final paragraph. Each of the ISTARI is distinguished by a specific color, denoting their power and rank in the order. Thus, Saruman, highest of the ISTARI, is known as the White, and wears flowing white robes, while Gandalf the Grey begins his journey through Middle-earth as a wizard of lesser power. And here we have a photograph. Now we've identified who these two wizards are. The one on the left is Gandalf the Grey with his wooden staff, and to the right is Saruman the White with his black staff and some kind of white crystal in the center of his black staff. Two very distinguished beings, older than Middle-earth. They are actually spirit beings that have been sent by the Valar, have descended onto Middle-earth to help in the battle against Saruman. So we're going to learn more about these and other beings. In the next subject, next chapter, we're going to study ISTARI on pages 56, 57, and Saruman the White, pages 58 and 59. We're going to learn much more about these beings. Very mysterious, very mystical, very powerful beings. We're going to learn about them next episode. And that, my friends, was The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Visual Companion by Jude Fisher. And it's my reading commentary, and we had a little discussion on the dwarves of MORIA and just scratching the surface of ISTARI. Thanks so much for tuning in to watch me flap my gums and express my love for Tolkien's fantasy lore. Would you be so kind as to send some likes and loves if you like this content? It helps the algorithm, helps people to be recommended more of this fantasy content. And subscribe, click the notification bell to Video Gamers Oasis for more content like this. I do a lot of fantasy content. I like a lot of fantasy games. So if you want to see more content like that, please let me know by being notified for future videos. I'm Jeremy from Video Gamers Oasis, wishing you a happy and healthy December 2024. It's the 3rd of December on a Tuesday. So yes, I know it's delayed. The video is delayed, but we finally got it out. And we're going to continue on very soon. I'll try to get this done either in the weekend coming up or shortly after. I put a lot of work into the content, so it takes a little longer than a simple gaming video. But I do appreciate your patience. Have a great holiday season. Take care of each other. Drive safely. If you drink, don't drive. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.